Welcome to this video on using automated test scripts with Kony App Factory. In the previous videos, we learned how to configure an App Factory project to automate our build processes, and we performed our first manual build of a visualizer project across channels. In this video, we will focus on using the AWS device farm to test our Kony built apps using App Factory. Here's a quick list of objectives. In this video, we will learn where to place our Appium test scripts in our visualizer project. We will learn how to add a testing pool to an existing App Factory project, and how to run a project with a set of Appium test scripts on the device farm. This video assumes you've configured an App Factory project and you have submitted your first build job to the App Factory. Let's get started. First, let's look at where we're going to place our Appium test scripts within our visualizer project. As you can see, I've placed my Appium test ng scripts in the test directory inside my project. Notice I've divided my test scripts into two directories. The first directory contains some helper classes to retrieve any of my form elements from each of the forms I want to test. The second directory contains my actual Appium test ng scripts. Anytime I build a project and perform an automated testing, App Factory will look in the GitHub repo in this folder for any test scripts that the App Factory needs to run. Now I'm going to open the console up and go into my App Factory project. Next, I'm going to choose my test folder. You can see there are a lot of things we can do here. Now today we're just going to focus on managing our test pool. A device pool is a group of real devices we can send our app binary and Appium test scripts to for testing our apps. During the build process, we can choose a device pool and App Factory will automatically send the tests and binaries to that pool as part of the CI/CD process. I like to add a descriptive title that includes the devices I'm testing with in the pool, or you can provide a simple name like what I've done here. Next, I'll choose the devices in the pool that I want to use. If I want to test tablets or a specific platform, I need to make sure that I at least have one device for that platform in the pool. For instance, if I want to test for an Android tablet, I need to make sure I have an Android tablet in my device pool. Finally, I will hit build, and this will add our devices to our device pool so that we can use them later on as part of our build process. Now I'm going to go back to the build folder of my project. I've already created this build before, and we did this in the previous tutorial. But now I'm going to take that previous build from my previous example and add a test pool to the build to automatically perform testing once the binaries are built. Now, when I hit the build button, it'll build the app binaries and perform my Appium test on the apps. And when it's done, the App Factory will send me an email with the test results for my run. Here's the email, and the email lists the test results for each step of the testing process. If a test fails, the email lists the Appium test logs, a video of the test, and other automation logs used during the test sequence. If I click any of these logs, I can view the results as well as click on the video to see what problem occurred. In the case of my project, the form never loaded. I can use the video and the logs to help debug the problem. So now let's recap. In this video, we learned where to place our Appium test scripts in our visualizer project. We learned how to add a testing pool to an existing App Factory project, and we learned how to run a project with a set of Appium test scripts on the device farm. Thanks again, and please check out our videos at basecamp.kony.com, where you can post questions in our forums, view more videos on App Factory and our other Kony products, as well as view recent announcements and documentation.